What happens when a world is cursed by an artist, where people just vanish because of her power? That's exactly the idea behind Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and it's both beautiful and terrifying. In this video, I'm going to break down the game's premise, talk about the main characters, go through the combat and exploration, and also show off its breathtaking art, music, and graphics. And finally, I'll share what I think about how it all comes together. Alright, let's jump in. So let's start with what this game is all about. Clair Obscur is set in a world under a really strange curse. People are forced to go through something called the gommage. Basically, after a certain number of years, they just age out and vanish. It's all controlled by this mysterious figure known as the Paintress, who seems almost godlike in her power. To keep some sense of hope alive, the city of Lumiere sends out expeditions. Each one tries to reach the Paintress and somehow break this cruel cycle. The game starts in Lumiere during this bittersweet celebration. People are trying to hold on to joy even though they know they are losing friends and family every single year. That's where we meet Gustav and several others. They're all getting ready to leave everything behind on this 33rd expedition, hoping they will finally be the ones to change the fate of their world. The game does a great job getting you attached to the characters early on. Even small moments make them feel real and you start caring pretty quickly. Gustav is the main character right now. He's caring and gentle, but also carrying a ton of pain after losing Sophie, the woman he loved. That loss is actually what pushed him to join the expedition. Then there's Mael, the youngest, only 16, which is way ahead of when the curse should take her. For her, this mission feels almost like a chance to finally live outside Lumiere to see more of the world. Lune is super smart and determined, basically steering the whole expedition. Her parents tried to uncover the mysteries of the Paintress too, and she's not about to let their work die. Emma, Gustav's sister, didn't want him to go, but she also didn't stop him. She stayed back in Lumiere, trying to keep some hope alive there. You also meet others like Catherine, Alan the commander, and Lucien, all showing just how many people are risking everything for this one desperate shot. The coolest part? The game gives you these small personal moments early on, so you start to care about all of them, even if you kinda know it might not end well. Now let's get into the gameplay because it's really interesting. The combat is like a mix of classic turn-based and real-time action. On your turn, you have got a few choices. Do a basic attack that doesn't cost anything, use special skills that burn skill points, things like heavy attacks, buffs, shields, or heals, or aim directly for the enemy's weak spots, which costs a point but deals way more damage. Different characters handle this differently too. For example, Luna is a mage character and can use various elements like fire, ice, thunder, which keeps fights from getting repetitive. If you sneak up on enemies, you surprisingly get the first strike, which can make a big difference. But the coolest part is what happens when it's the enemy's turn. You are not just sitting there waiting to get hit. If you time it right, you can even dodge or parry attacks completely. A perfect parry sometimes even triggers a counter attack, doing serious damage. This makes every fight feel active even though it's technically turn-based. You are always paying attention, not just queuing moves. Outside of combat, it's got a semi-open world feel. You can explore quite a bit, find little side paths, or just enjoy the view. But it still keeps you mostly tied to the story area. And the enemy designs are great. Each type moves differently, uses different skills, and has its own weaknesses. So you are always adapting, it doesn't let you get lazy. Alright, now let's talk about where this game really shines. The art, music, and just how good it looks overall. The world is like a living painting. Lumiere is full of statues, twisted towers, and all these beautiful little details. Even the rocks floating up in the sky caused by the Paintress's power are laid out in a way that somehow looks artistic. During the Gomage, people wear these stunning red and white flowers. It is gorgeous, but also heartbreaking since you know what it means. The music is spot on too. It's soft and hopeful where it needs to be, heavy and sad in emotional moments, then just pops off with beats during fights. It really nails the feeling of grief, hope, and even mystery. And technically, the graphics are insane. The character models look super realistic, hair, eyes, clothes, all move naturally. Even little things like the wind blowing through trees and petals or NPCs reacting to your presence make it feel really alive. It's honestly the kind of game where you will just stop to take in the view or listen for a minute. So, after seeing all this, what do I actually think? Honestly, it's incredible so far. The story is emotional without feeling like it's dumping too much on you. The combat keeps you on your toes, always paying attention, and the music and art just completely pulls you into the world. I'm really excited to keep going to see where the story takes Gustav and the others, and to finally figure out what's up with the Paintress. If you love games that are deep, story rich, and visually stunning, I would say definitely keep this on your radar. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, or just like exploring RPGs and games with amazing worlds, maybe consider subscribing so you don't miss what's next. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.